Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring one of Europe's most underrated gems, Warsaw, the capital of Poland. Warsaw is a city that has a little bit of everything: history, culture, beautiful parks, and vibrant neighborhoods. Whether you're planning a trip or just curious about what this amazing city has to offer, I'm going to take you through the 10 best places to visit in Warsaw. So let's dive right in. 1. Old Town. First up, we have Warsaw's Old Town. If there's one place you absolutely can't miss, it's this. The Old Town is like stepping into a fairy tale with its cobblestone streets, colorful townhouses, and a charming atmosphere that's impossible to resist. What's incredible is that this area was completely rebuilt after being destroyed in World War II, and it's now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You gotta visit the main square, Rynek Starego Miasta, where you'll find the iconic Warsaw Mermaid statue. This area is also home to the Royal Castle, a stunning piece of Baroque architecture that was once the residence of Polish kings. Honestly, just strolling around, grabbing a coffee at one of the quaint cafes or shopping for souvenirs makes for a perfect afternoon. 2. Royal Łazienki Park. Next on our list is Royal Łazienki Park, Warsaw's largest and most beautiful park. Imagine a place where you can escape the hustle and bustle of the city, surrounded by lush greenery and elegant architecture. That's Łazienki Park for you. The centerpiece here is the Palace on the Isle, a neoclassical palace that's just breathtaking, especially when it reflects off the calm waters of the surrounding lake. The park is huge, covering over 76 hectares, and it's full of interesting spots like the amphitheater and the Chopin Monument, where you can catch free piano concerts during the summer. Whether you're here for a morning jog, a picnic, or just a peaceful walk, Łazienki Park is the place to unwind and enjoy nature. 3. Palace of Culture and Science. Now you can't talk about Warsaw without mentioning the Palace of Culture and Science. This is Warsaw's tallest building, and probably its most controversial one too. Built in the 1950s as a gift from the Soviet Union, it's a symbol of the city's complex post-war history. But regardless of its origins, the Palace of Culture and Science is now a cultural hub with theaters, cinemas, museums, and even an observation deck on the 30th floor. The view from up there is absolutely worth it. You get a panoramic look at the entire city. If you're interested in seeing Warsaw from above or catching a cultural event, this place should definitely be on your itinerary. 4. Warsaw Uprising Museum. Moving on to something a bit more somber but incredibly important, the Warsaw Uprising Museum. This museum is dedicated to the 1944 Warsaw Uprising, a heroic but tragic effort by the Polish resistance to free the city from Nazi occupation. The museum does an amazing job of immersing you in that period, with interactive exhibits, artifacts, and multimedia presentations. It's not just about looking at history. It's about feeling the emotion and the gravity of what happened here. There's even a 3D film that reconstructs what Warsaw looked like after the uprising, and it's pretty powerful. If you want to understand Warsaw and its resilient spirit, this museum is an absolute must-visit. 5. Wilano Palace. Let's lighten things up a bit with a trip to Wilano Palace, often called the Polish Versailles. This Baroque palace is a bit on the outskirts of Warsaw, but it's so worth the trip. Built in the 17th century for King John II Sobieski, the palace is a beautiful example of royal opulence. The interiors are richly decorated with period furniture, art, and tapestries that give you a glimpse into the life of Polish nobility. And don't even get me started on the gardens, they're just spectacular. With fountains, statues, and perfectly manicured lawns, it's a place where you can easily spend a whole day just soaking in the beauty. If you're into history and architecture, Wilano Palace will blow you away. 6. Poland Museum of the History of Polish Jews. Next, we're heading to the Poland Museum of the History of Polish Jews, which is one of the most important cultural institutions in Warsaw. This museum tells the story of the Jewish community in Poland over 1,000 years. The building itself is modern and striking, symbolizing hope and the continuity of life. Inside, the exhibitions take you on a journey through time, from the first Jewish settlers in medieval Poland to the vibrant Jewish culture before World War II, and of course, the horrors of the Holocaust. What I love about this museum is how it balances the heavy and the hopeful, giving you a complete picture of Jewish life in Poland. It's an essential stop for anyone wanting to understand the rich cultural tapestry of Warsaw. 7. Warsaw University Library Rooftop Garden. Now here's a hidden gem you might not know about: the rooftop garden of the Warsaw University Library. This place is seriously one of the coolest spots in the city. It's one of the largest rooftop gardens in Europe, and when you're up there, you get amazing views of the Vistula River, the National Stadium, and the Warsaw skyline. The garden is split into two parts, the upper garden, which is more wild and natural, and the lower garden, which is more formal and structured. It's such a peaceful place to escape to, and it's open to the public, so you can just go up and enjoy the greenery and the views. It's a little oasis in the city that not many tourists know about. 8. Praga District. Alright, now let's talk about the Praga District, which is on the eastern side of the Vistula River. If you want to see a different side of Warsaw, this is the place to go. Praga used to have a pretty rough reputation, but it's undergone a huge transformation and is now one of the trendiest areas in the city. The district is known for its gritty charm, with old tenement houses, vibrant street art, and a burgeoning art scene. You'll find galleries, quirky cafes, and some of the best nightlife in the city here. Plus, the Warsaw Zoo is in Praga, and the Praga Museum of Warsaw is definitely worth a visit if you're into local history. Praga gives you a taste of the authentic raw side of Warsaw that's full of character. 9. Copernicus Science Center. Next up, we've got the Copernicus Science Center, which is an absolute blast, especially if you're traveling with kids, or if you're just a big kid at heart. This is one of the most interactive science museums in Europe, with hundreds of hands-on exhibits that cover everything from biology and physics to robotics and space. You can literally spend hours here experimenting, playing with the exhibits, and learning in a super fun way. One of the highlights is the planetarium, which offers some stunning shows about the cosmos. The Copernicus Science Center isn't just a museum, it's an experience. It's perfect for a day of fun and discovery, no matter how old you are. 10. Vistula Boulevards. Last but not least, we have the Vistula Boulevards. This is the perfect place to end your day in Warsaw. The boulevards are a series of promenades along the Vistula River, and they become one of the city's favorite spots to hang out. You can take a leisurely walk, rent a bike, or just sit by the river and watch the world go by. During the summer, the boulevards come alive with outdoor concerts, food trucks, and street performers. There's also a bunch of cafes and bars where you can grab a drink and enjoy the view. And if you're up for it, you can even hop on a boat cruise to see the city from the water. The Vistula Boulevards are the perfect mix of relaxation and entertainment, making them a must-visit spot in Warsaw. How to taro. So that you have it minus 10 amazing places to visit in Warsaw. This city is such a fascinating blend of old and new, and there's something here for everyone. Whether you're exploring that historic old town, relaxing in one of the city's beautiful parks, or diving into its rich cultural scene, Warsaw is sure to leave a lasting impression. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your travel buddies, and hit that subscribe button for more travel inspiration. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.